everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Luxury Living NYC. And while you know I love everything NYC, we're also growing to be the #1 global team in New York City for all of your real estate needs. So why not show you why with our new development in Albania. Yes, you heard it here first, or maybe second if you've heard it before, but we have a new development of apartments and villas in Tirana, Albania, in Lunder to be specific, and I'm so excited to tell you all about it. East Side Residence. And before we get to the project, I want you to like, subscribe, and I don't know, maybe pull over a friend to watch this with you who's thinking about diversifying their investment portfolio or is looking for some new development so that they can flip a contract. Or of course, if you're looking for a second home and you've been thinking about getting out of the US, this is such a fantastic spot. The East Side Residence is going to be developed by Kumi Construction. Now, they were founded in 2009, and I personally have been through a few of their projects while leading up to East Side Residence. I've seen some commercial stuff they're doing, I've seen some residential over on the lake, and also quite a few projects that they have coming up, which is so exciting. But their first major villa project is going to be East Side Residence. So they have partnered with somebody who is not new at all to the business, MVM Architecture. So MVM Architecture has probably done about 90 to 100 projects as of now. They've done everything from commercial buildings to hospitality. They've done a lot of interiors. They've also done residential villas and residential towers. You might know of the Golden Colosso Resort because they built that, which the architecture is beautiful. It's right on the sea, and you can tell how they have used architecture to bring in the waves. Quite beautiful how they mock that. And then they are also doing the Reflection Hotel right now in Durrës. So if you've been over to Durrës, you may have seen that going up. I think it's almost finished actually, but that is quite a beautiful architectural piece. So they've partnered on this, and their entire thought process is to make this beautiful European complex of villas to feel like open air meets the earth and nature. So they want this to be a huge urban villa complex. They have approximately 35 villas. There are two type of elite villas, the premier villas, and then there's going to be apartments. The apartments are going between 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms, and I believe 80 to 90% of them have some form of outdoor space. So that's always great. They're going to be ranging in size from a little under 1,000 square feet to about 1,500 square feet, or I think it's 46 meters squared to 125 meters squared. So I did some math today. The entire complex is going to be 46,000 square meters, which is almost 12 acres. It's huge, very, very cool, huge, and it is going to be on a hill. So it's on these rolling hills, which is how you're making it so that each of the villas still have a view. And I have to say, when you're looking at their architecture, you can tell that they not only are keeping that tranquility by having the large columns with the open air going through it, the outdoor fireplaces, your elite villas have pools, but the interior finishes as well. They kept it very natural, very urban, all top of the line finishes, which I know a lot of our clients require, which of course, why not? But it's gonna be top of the line finishes that make you feel as though you're, again, in this urban, tranquil space, because they want you to feel like when you get home or when you're on vacation in a second home, you're somewhere that you don't want to leave, right? They don't want this home to be someplace that you go just to lie your head down at night and you can't wait to get up the next day. That's why you go to most hotels. They want this to be a second home away from home that you love being at, you want to entertain, spend your time in, enjoy the pool with your friends or family. There are parking spaces with each of the villas. So they really are planning this out to be a beautiful open space that you want to call home. And because of how they built them on the hill, it's great because you'll see the windows. they were very purposeful in making it so that each villa still feels private, even though you are in a complex of villas. Additionally, you have approximately 100 apartments. Again, they all have some form of outdoor space, and they are going to be in the middle of the common areas. So there are green spaces, there's recreation spaces, there's tennis. I love the tennis. So I feel like I need to get one of these apartments so I can go out and play tennis every day. There are restaurants nearby in Lunder. There are hotels nearby if you have guests coming while you're out there and you don't want them to stay with you. I get it. And then you are only 15 minutes away from the center of Tirana, and you are about a 40-minute drive. And I say 40 minutes because there's always some traffic to the airport, to and from the airport. So it's a great location right outside of the heart of Tirana. Okay, so when I think of Tirana and I think of the center of Tirana, I think of Skanderberg Square. It's really cute. It's an open space in the middle of Tirana. You're gonna be close to so much shopping, so much good food, and then you can also read the history. It goes back to the 1400s, so enjoy that. While you're there, I also highly recommend that you check out the bunker. So there's a lot of history when it comes to Albania regarding the bunkers that were built. It was built in a time where they weren't necessarily used, but they were more built because it was communist and they wanted to build it to create fear in the people. And there's a lot of history. I feel like that needs to be its own episode another day. But I will say the Bunker Museum was not what I expected, because you get to see a bunker because you're going into it. It's massive and unbelievable, but then you also get to learn about so much history. One of the things that I think I love the most about when I go to Albania is everybody is so wonderful and so friendly, even though I think all people really know about Albania is the movie Taken. So false. The people are so beautiful. I was actually talking to someone there one day and I asked them, everybody is always so nice. What is this? I'm not in the Midwest, right? I'm in Tirana, and he said to me that they have a motto in Albania, which is to make every person you meet feel like family. And I personally have always felt like that. Every time I go there, I have such a great time. But going through the Bunker Museum and learning the history of the people, what's happened there, what's happened to Tirana, etc., is pretty powerful. Do not go if you are claustrophobic. I would say that for sure. If you're claustrophobic, you don't like small spaces, the Bunker Museum is not for you. If you go to the Bunker Museum and you're loving learning that history, then your next stop has to be the House of Leaves Museum. All right, the House of Leaves Museum. It is a museum all about the secret surveillance that was happening during the communist times. So again, you're going to be able to learn more of that history, see more of what was actually going on. Okay, then something that I am so excited, I actually went there and filmed like a Facebook Live, but it was at the Pyramid of Tirana. So it was originally built to be basically a mausoleum to Hoxha, until they ended up getting out of communism. And what I love is over the past 2 years, they have been redoing the pyramid into what it is now. It is gorgeous, it is bright, it is white and lit up with all of these pops of colors that have stores in it all over. I believe there's also some education on the inside. I haven't had the pleasure of going inside yet, but I have, gone all up around it. It's truly special to see what they have done with this piece of history that came from a time that was a little bit more gloomy and what they were able to turn it into. It is stunning. So you have to go walk all over that. Then be sure to go check out the Tirana Castle. Now it is this whole area, it's right off of Murat Toptani, so that is the street. And it has restaurants over there, it has these cute little shops. If you wanna get some really good oils or some nice like olive wood, they have fabulous stuff throughout that. You can go in the back and wander around, it's very cool. If you are walking down the street, right hand side, left hand side, you're gonna be seeing new construction all over, but there's also gonna be fabulous little cafes you can sit outside. There's gonna be, there is a fabulous sushi restaurant there. There is a fabulous restaurant called Tribe If you want to go like for some steak, or you can go get some bone marrow there, I highly recommend it. And again, within the castle area is beautiful. And then of course you end up with Totani de Mont. So win, 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 win. Okay. Then if you want to go to the other side of Tirana, which is a hop, skip, and a jump away, first of all, on your way there, you'll just see the city is so vibrant with cafes to sit outside at or inside. Great food, great fresh seafood. There's also a ton of Italian influence there for food. Pasta's great, pizza's great. Go to Artigiano, either one of them, there's two, and you will, my mouth is watering. It's so good. But make your way over to the stadium. They now have a Marriott there. They also have a casino is opening up over there. There's a lot of good shopping over at this stadium, but it's another spot that's kind of like the other center of Tirana. If you were lucky enough, they have those like things with the cars where they race around, drift. They have these like drifting competitions all the time over there. I don't know, it's really fascinating. I enjoy seeing it. Then of course you should go check out their Natural History Museum. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, even if you don't go inside, walk past it because it is absolutely beautiful. It has a stunning mural on it. It is just gorgeous. And I think it's worth taking a walk past. Listen, at the end of the day, no matter where you go in Tirana, you are just gonna enjoy it, I promise you. So go take a trip there. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. And I would love to give you some recommendations of where to go, where to eat, where to stay if you wanna stay in the heart of Tirana while you're checking out the Eastside Residence to see if that is the right place for you to be investing next. As always, we want to be your global team here in New York City, your resource of choice, so please reach out to us and be sure to share this with anybody you know who's thinking about maybe their next destination or how they want to expand their portfolio. We look forward to hearing from you. Bye guys.
Come and book your house in the most beautiful location of Tirana at our Eastside Residence. It's 50,000 square meters of quality construction. We're offering villas and apartments. Choose Tirana's luxury East Hills. Pre-sale prices are only available now, so don't miss out on this opportunity at Eastside Residence.